It's only right that I swing by and hit it too. First base, second base, third base.
They give you all of this, like, but this is not, I didn't get this out of the program. I got this out of my head of what I wanted to do. Okay, guys, so this marks a new week. I'm super excited about it. I don't even know why, but for one, we're going to Chicago. I got to speak and thinking about having a class. I kind of talked about it, but realistically, the class was for one of my CDI ladies because that's where they're located. So it kind of just made sense to, you know, easily put on a class for them. But I'm not too sure if I'm going to actually have it because I didn't really market it because, again, it wasn't really for me. And it's just not a good, as of now, the day is Monday. It wasn't a good response. I didn't market it. It was kind of like just testing the waters, seeing where they were. Like if I'm going to be in one of their cities, then I could easily utilize, you know, that time for them to get some extra training or something like that. But now that I found out, well, not found out, first I was going to go by myself because it just was a speaking engagement, right? But now, since it fell on the weekend, I was going to take Kayla. And then after all of the talk we had this weekend, Doc is going to go too. I try not to mess with his schedule, like, because normally if I'm going on tour or something like that, he'll take off, right? And go on the entire tour with me. And if I'm doing something like this, now that I know I'm going to be speaking more, I got to kind of get used to traveling by myself. And I'm not used to traveling by myself. But since this actually fell on a weekend, he's actually going to go. And then even still, he was just like, realistically, any of my, you know, out of town things I have going on, just give him time so he can make the adjustments. And which I do know that, but again, I still try and not to, you know, just kind of mess with his schedule because he has his own life. But I do appreciate that he definitely is always supportive any way that he can to kind of help mine come to fruition, or like, you know. So needless to say, since the family is going to Detroit with, I keep saying Detroit, I don't know why. Since they're going to Chicago with me, I waited so late. I waited late because I wasn't sure, like, one, I wasn't sure on this class. Two, I just wasn't sure on a lot of things. So I didn't get my ticket because I just wasn't sure. And before, when I got my tickets before, guys, the tickets was under $100 for round trip. Now that I waited so late, the tickets are almost $400. And now that they're going with me, and I got some other trips coming up. I'm going to Vegas for a week. I'm going to Cancun for a week, make 2 weeks. I'm just going to go to the airport and see what, my shoulder is killing me. See what they have. Not what they have, but get my tickets so I could eliminate that fee because I'm getting a lot of tickets. Now, even though I live right here by the airport, I normally, you know, one of the reasons why I chose, because I ain't know nothing about Atlanta, child, but one of the reasons why I chose where I moved is because it was, one, it was super affordable, right? Let's just keep it a buck. It was super affordable. And two, it was right close to the airport. Every other home that I liked when I was home searching, for one, it was way far. It was really far from the airport. Far enough for me. You know, the girl don't like driving. And then two, it didn't have things that this house had that I needed within that price range. Like the 20-foot ceilings, things like that. Everything else was like ridiculously higher. But nonetheless, so I was really thinking, you know, I'd be going back and forth to the airport a lot, getting my tickets, getting that benefit. But baby, is realistically, do you save a fee? You do. But is it worth the inconvenience? To me, it's not. But something like today, I'm definitely going because I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need like 11 flights altogether over the next 2 months. I'm going on 3 different trips. And I know with the fee, I think it's per segment. So when they say per segment, like even if you have a layover, that's a double fee. So to me, I saw a lot of savings. That's worth for me taking my tail out the house. Not to mention, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I be needing reasons to get out the house because I don't go nowhere. And that's another reason why I told you guys 50,000 times. But that's a reason why I vlog, because it just gives me something to do. It just gives me something to do. Now I got my new suitcase for Chicago. I wanted something with wheels that would be considered a personal item. Because baby, when I be walking through that airport and the way my shoulder is tore up, I can't. And then I didn't think Doc was going. Doc normally have all my bags, or he'll carry them for me. And so since I was like, girl, you're gonna be by yourself, I'm like, I need something with wheels. But now I'm going to my other trips, since they're a lot longer, I'm going to need some new luggage because I'm riding with Southwest. And the reason I ride with Southwest when I go on longer trips is because you get those two bags. And even with Delta, with this particular trip, Delta just didn't beat the rates. So I'm gonna go see what they got over there and save on my fees, because Kayla's going to go with me to Chicago. Doc is going to go with me to Chicago. And then I know Cancun, or no, it's Vegas. I'm not sure if he's coming now, but I know I'm definitely going. And I know it's a layover. So with all of those, I'm just going to go see what they got. I already know the flights I want. I know the exact flights I want. Hopefully they still have them, because I just seen them online this morning. And I'm going to see what the difference is when I head over here to this airport. Okay, let's go. All right, guys. So before I leave out, I don't even know if it's on, but before I leave out, I'm actually going to go live, right? I supposed to went live last week to kind of just talk about my digital product stream that I just opened up. But guys, I didn't, because I got hit with Vlogtober. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to do Vlogtober was for me to get in that consistent rhythm of not just really creating content and posting it, but also going live on my personal brand though. So right now I got to build my personal brand up. So I said, before I even leave out, I am going to just go live and do this daggone thing, because it is Monday, and I don't know what it is about Mondays, but I'll be excited on Mondays. So I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and go live and just talk about it. I ain't going live to sell anything. I ain't going live to do nothing, but simply mention the thing that I set out to do and launch my new additional stream of revenue. So here goes nothing. All right, guys. So I totally forgot to even go live. My fault. Well, no, not go live. Cause I went live over on TikTok. I forgot to hit the record button over here for y'all. Baby, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. God is good. I like celebrating the little wins. So guys, I don't care how small this is. I'm about to celebrate this with you guys. It is October the 7th, right? If you remember, when October hit, one of the things, especially if you've been watching my Vlogtober since the 1st, one of the things, I came into this thing with like, I'm gonna give it 31 days of consistency, really trying, and I wanted to monetize my two platforms, my personal platforms. My regular platforms are already monetized, but they are my business ones, right? Like they're my business ones for my draping business, but my personal brand, because I'm I'm on a personal journey to just grow my personal brand, right? Because it's way much more to Precious Stevens than just draping. So I'm ready to tap into that, and I'm ready to fully tap into that, y'all. I am so excited. But without further ado, I forgot to show y'all that I was going live and talking to my people. Now, guys, let me tell you something else. They show up over there on TikTok. Only thing you gotta do though, to be clear on what you're talking about, have good SEO and really utilize all of the functions on the platform, which I'm still learning, by the way. But you just got to keep the people entertained. You got to keep them on your stuff. So I'm still learning just different ways to do it. I'm super excited about it though, because guess what, guys? I had 400 and something viewers, right? People popped on it, stayed on it, whatever the case may be. And that was exciting, not necessarily because of the viewers, but because, for one, if I've always said that one of my biggest issues is visibility, because I'm very niche specific, meaning I'm not about to sit here and change the brand and change the model because I need to reach more people. No, I'm gonna stay true to what it is I do, but I'm going to do things to try and increase the visibility, right? Or like even now with me leaning into my personal brand, I'm surely not going to give up my uno nuno, right? Precious Stevens of the Draping Queen. But now I could utilize other streams and really, increase visibility through those different means. That's just one way to do it. But also still work on the thing that's true that I want to do. I want to be a digital nomad. I'm not gonna lie. I want to live or have property at somewhere international, right? I really do. I'm not gonna lie. Like now that Kayla is on the cusp, right? She only got 2 years left. I am really seeking that. Really live life however the heck you want, right? If I'm going somewhere, I got 3 trips coming up within the next, not even 60 days. I got three trips coming up. I'm ready to go to the airport now and get these daggone flights. God, somebody else should be sponsoring that trip. Main thing though, I'm just saying, guys, there's so many different ways to generate income. There's so many different ways to live the life that you desire without really experiencing burnout or without just going through all these hoops and different crazy things, right? It's so many different ways to do it. And for me, this journey that I'm on right now, because who knows where it's going to lead, where it's going to go, how it's going to shift, how it's going to change, how I'm going to pivot. I don't know. But I know right now, everything that I do is things that I want to do, right? But it also is there's a way to monetize what I'm doing, right? I'm going into my face care stuff. People send me products all the time. Like I don't got to go into a mall and look for this and look for that. I find the products I want to use and I pitch, or they come to me, right? Just different things, even traveling. Like now to really be able to be a digital, like a travel influencer, like that's what I really want to do, because it's just so many parts of the world that I want to see. I ain't gonna lie, and I ain't trying to fit the bill, not the entire time, not all the time, but I'm just creating the life I desire. I really am, and I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about it. I stayed true to my core values. I found a lane that I could have a lucrative business in, and not only do I have success and had success in my business, I was smart and utilized the opportunities, being a business owner, utilize that, and now you turn those forms of income, or what you turn that money into other workable income, right? You turn it into employees. I call my dollars employees, I ain't gonna lie. But being able to do that while I'm on this quest to figure out what I want to do with my life, because I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I don't know. Every day I come up with a new idea, like, ooh, I like that idea. That sounds like a good idea. Let me try that. And it may not be right now that I can try it, but I want to exercise and I want to act out on the things that I really want to do. And it feels great to just have that light at the end of the tunnel to just seem as if, oh, you could do that. Like, why couldn't you do that? What reason is there now? The only reason why I couldn't do it before, one, I had young babies, right? And that was my only focus, was definitely, I was just focused on motherhood, because that was all I knew. And I knew I wanted to create something different from what I had been when I was being raised, right? So that's the only thing I was focused on. And it's just now, when you see your life, bits and pieces of it, it's just weird that you don't have those things that you are used to, right? Things that you are used to, you're used to, and it become our norm. Used to being pulled this way, used to being pulled that way, used to the noise, and that was my normal. And for a while, it felt weird not having that. It was like, what the hell do I do with my life now? And when you have a chance to really sit and think and really think, what do I want to do with my life now? It changes everything. It changes the kind of people that you are going to come across, not necessarily come across, but the kind of people that you're going to entertain. It influences the person that you end up with, right? It just influences so much about aspects of your life. And I love just being able to be at this level of awareness now. And I know for me to be looking for a deeper sense of understanding is only going to get better, right? Now, will things happen? Of course. But I'm just saying, the whole self-discovery process, guys, it's such a beautiful thing. And it's scary within itself. I ain't gonna lie. It's a little scary too. But I love learning more about this person that I thought I knew. I thought I knew her in and out. Baby, I don't. I don't. And it's just, now that I'm looking at decisions I make, choices I make, and I'm understanding why, right? Whereas before, I just was like, I got the freedom to do what I want. But now everything is really being relative to a bigger reason, or I don't know, maybe I'm blabbering now, but guys, I just got super excited that TikTok in a week, 7 days, I'm trying to tell you, baby, this gratitude journal, I'm not gonna sit here and say that that's the only reason. I don't know what the reason is, but guys, I did not do, and I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little discouraged. The reason why I was getting discouraged, because every time I came on TikTok, that's all the people talking about was teamwork. Everybody's trying to grow, and everybody doing all these different tactics to try and do it. I'm like, I don't got that kind of time, and I don't have that. I don't think like that. I don't wake up and think, oh, I'm just not there yet. You know, some content creators, they locked in from 9 to 3 or whatever it is. That's their job. I don't have that. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell I want to do. And a lot of days, guys, I am not a social media person. Like, sometimes it get on my nerves, but I be like, all right, I gotta post today. And that's why I'm in this Vlogtober with these other ladies, because realistically, I got a little discouraged last week. So I'm like, this is a lot of freaking work. But had I not seen those ladies pushing through and still posting and get excited because they're editing their stuff and they have the challenges and they're helping each other out, had I not seen that last week, I probably would have just said, forget it. Forget all of it, right? I probably would have. And I'm glad that I didn't. And I'm glad I'm still staying true. It's day 7 and I got my Vlogtober for day 7. Actually, I got Vlogtober all the way up, I think, to like day 11 done. And my editor is working on some of the, I think 10 and 11. But this was just a good sign or a good reward. It was a good reward. Because last week, baby, last week did this big one on me. I'm trying to, this weekend, I think Friday, did I go off the grid Friday? I can't remember. No, I think Friday is when I was catching up on my content with I was going back and forth with my editor a lot. But this weekend I went off the grid, and I didn't pick my phone back up until today. Main thing is I wanted to spend time with my family. I had a talk with Kayla. She felt as if, you know, she was being put on the back burner a little bit. And you gotta pay attention to that kind of stuff. And I tell you guys all the time, like, y'all sit up here, not y'all, like everybody's watching, but there's a couple of you guys sit around and think that people have it all together. And baby, they don't. They trying to figure this shit out too. I'm one of them. I tell people all the time that there is no work-life balance with me. I don't know what that looks like. And if I ever experience, guess what? You guys will be the first ones that I tell all about it. However, what I do know is that at any given moment, something's going to be neglected. Whether that's you, whether that's your family, whether that's your business, something is going to be neglected. Now, the balance come in to when you decide at which point who is being neglected, and then be fair enough to let them know, right? So now that I'm in Q4, like, I got a lot of free time on my hands. I'm still working, but I'm doing things to but to really accelerate my passive income, right? Because this is holiday time, it's the fall, I'm super excited, and we spend a lot of time now, like, on our family time. We got that back. And for me to hear her say that, only thing I can do, 1, is apologize, and 2, say she's absolutely right. When I'm running, I'm on tour, I'm ripping and I'm running, sometimes I'll not even pay attention because I see that we are all together. But realistically, mentally, I'm somewhere else. I am already thinking, I'm thinking about tour stuff. I'm thinking about what I got to do for my students. I'm thinking about what I got to do for my coaching lady. I'm thinking about everything I got to do for the brand, right? And I'm thinking that it's balanced out because we still are all in the same room, but realistically, we're not. And when you hear people say that and bring it to your attention, the worst thing you could do is, 1, try and justify it, and 2, continue to do the thing that make them feel however it is that they feel. So this past weekend, what we do Friday, I don't remember what we did Friday, child. I just know it was me and her. Friday, I can't remember what we did. That's why I do these vlogs. All I gotta do is go look at day 6. Oh, Friday is when we went to brunch. I took her to brunch. We went on a date. And then Saturday, we went to the mall. And then Sunday, we just all, like, did our thing. We cooked. we cooked food, we got the house prepared, and we watched a movie like this. But it was different because we were all, I can't explain it. Everyone was there, like no one was in their phones, conversation was going on, so it was a different experience, and it just felt really, really good. So we got to be mindful of the people that are in our spaces. We got to be mindful of everything. When they say people, places, and things, be mindful of it, right? Take inventory of what's actually happening right now. And for me, I did go hard this year because it was my first year getting back to work, right? I didn't work last year. And last year I had a lot of resentment because, you know, Doc took a different contract, and it required him to be gone a lot. And then Kayla was working like all day from school. So I ain't gonna lie, I had some resentment because I was like, I'm bored. So this year when I got back to work, I hit the ground running, and I dialed in. And now that I can't believe it's Q4, and I'm grateful that, you know, now I'm introducing this additional stream of income, and it's going to allow me to have even more time, right? Because at the end of the day, your lifestyle is your lifestyle. You guys just got to figure out ways to support the lifestyle, right? Because, you know, nothing I have going on or nothing I do or want to do run on batteries or oxygen. I say that all the time. It takes money. So I got to find creative ways for me to stay in my income bracket and increase it. You know, because cost of inflation, everything's going up. So that means my income needs to too. So guys, I am going to now run over here because I don't want this vlog to get too long, but I'm gonna run over here and get these tickets and just see, you know, what the biggest difference is with me saving, because I do gotta get quite a bit of flights. So let me go over there and get that before someone else take my flights. I do want to go on my group though. I gotta do one more live. I'm gonna go on my group and go live with them to see if anyone in Detroit, I keep saying Detroit, in Chicago want to attend a class that we're doing this weekend. I don't know why I get Chicago and Detroit confused like that. I was trying to make sure the venue we had was in Chicago, and it is. Okay. All right, so that's it. Let me go live in my group. So, what a day, what a day, what a day. It is 4 o'clock, and I'm finally headed to the airport. I don't know where the time be going, but I wanted to go earlier so I ain't get caught in this daggone traffic, but I got so caught up with like work and stuff, I couldn't get away. And guys, I didn't get a chance to eat anything. So here's to a Hot Pocket. This is definitely not conducive to anything I did today as far as working out, or I got my water. Yeah, I got my water. But hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. That's what I'm tell you. So I'm really not looking forward to coming back. I know when I come back, I'm more likely to be stuck in traffic. But I'm just super curious to see what's the difference on these flights. Not to mention, I gotta start seeing what the flights for Turkey, because I gotta go back. And I have been delaying it, guys. I ain't gonna lie, just because I'm terrified. But I gotta go back. So while I'm over there, I'm out to see what that look like. And if I do go back, I would like to go to the beginning of the year, just before I go on tour. I don't know if I'm being pain again and all that crap. And I want to make sure I'm fully healed. And the last time I went, I came back with a damn lisp. So whatever's going to happen, I need it to be time in between, so whatever can heal. But I'm gonna eat my little, these are not like they used to be. They used to have a little flaky crust. Now, why am I eating and talking at the same time? People drive me nuts to do that, and here I am doing it. But they used to be so flaky. Like, the bread is really what I like the most out of everything. And I don't like bread, but it was just so, it was so crunchy, kind of like. I can see the traffic already. But yeah, I had to go and get set up my Amazon store and stuff again. I'm just super excited to have my regular channel monetized, my personal channel. Because that is the channel or the platform where I do all my product reviews and stuff, honestly. on my other channel, my business channel, the products that I review mainly are my own, right? Because like who else stuff would I review? And I sell all this stuff. So I'm excited about this one. I can have a little fun with it. But now I'm thinking, because I didn't think it was going to get monetized so fast. So now I'm thinking, I'm gonna have to make another page, because of my personal page, I don't want it to be business related. I just want it to be my stuff to have fun. And my product reviews, because I'm gonna be doing product reviews. I got some stuff coming in the mail I'm waiting for now. But for my digital product business, y'all, I'm thinking I might have to make another whole page, because I don't want a whole bunch of stuff on my page about digital products, and because that's not the only thing I do. So I don't want to, you know, with these social media platforms, they gotta be optimized correctly. So I don't want to, I don't know. But I also don't want to be managing a whole bunch of daggone pages. Like that drew me nuts. So I don't know. I just want my page where it could just be about me and what I'm doing, no matter what it is, because my stuff be changing. It's real random. It's not real random, but it is. It could be household stuff 1 minute. It could be shopping. It could be, it's just lifestyle. That's what it is. It's a lifestyle channel. It's about travel, self-care. So I don't know, if I find a way to tie them in, because realistically, how I'm looking at it, my lifestyle channel, everything that I do realistically is what awards me to, you know, kind of have that life. But it comes from my products. It comes from stuff I sell. So if I have a digital product store or shop, maybe I can connect the two, because that is what awards me that lifestyle. That's one of the things. So I don't know. I'm pondering. But again, this isn't something I thought I would have had to think about right now, because I didn't think it would get so monetized so fast. I've been trying to get monetized, y'all, for I don't even know how long. At least over a year. Now, I wasn't serious with it, like really being disciplined like I was this past week. I don't even think I was disciplined. It just was, I was serious that it was something I wanted to do. I just was serious. It ain't that I was disciplined, because I didn't post every day. I didn't do all this stuff that people told me to do. I just was really determined that this is what I wanted to do. So, I don't know. But nonetheless, whatever the reason is, thank you, universe. I take it, I accept, I receive. And now it's game on. So it's crazy, because I've already done so many other videos, like product review videos, but it's on my other channel, and it irks me, because I did it because I wanted to see one if I liked it, and that channel was already monetized. But then when I realized how much I liked it and how beneficial it was, those products were not in alignment with that page, and so it just was weird. So now I still have all those videos. Now I could just dump them over here on my personal channel, which is where I think it will perform a lot better. Because one of them over here on my personal channel went a little, not viral, but it got like over 50,000 views compared to what I normally get, about 700. That's all. She is not the one to get viral content. Trust and believe. But she will be soon though. But yeah, and the main thing about it, everybody was asking about the product that I used, and it was something for my face. Everybody was asking for it and looking for the link, and I was like, yo, this ain't a monetized channel. I can't just we can't connect a product to it, because it's the channel not monetized. So needless to say, I just think it would do better. I think my videos, look at this traffic. I think my videos that is product review videos will do a lot better on my personal channel, even on my YouTube channel. Like, I have a shop, and I'm so glad. Look at God, look at God, look at God. I am so glad that I did not shut down my boutique totally, like totally shut it down, like my website and everything. I didn't, because something in me said, Precious, you're gonna really have this boutique popping. Like, when you find the time, you're gonna have it popping. I just didn't never have the time. So now my next goal is to monetize my YouTube. That may take a little longer because YouTube is a long game, but I'm here for it. But I want to be able to connect my shop, my Shopify, my boutique, my clothing boutique. So I still got so many products, so much inventory. It's just that sometimes I said I'm gonna go have like, what you call it, vendor stuff. But man, I ain't got time for that. I really don't. But now, like, to be able to just connect my Shopify to YouTube is going to be pretty exciting. And I still got all my connects. I still got all my vendors. I still got all my stuff. So all I gotta do, it ain't nothing I gotta do. Plug and play. That's it. Upload my website with new products. I'm so glad I know how to do that myself, y'all. I cannot tell you how frustrating it is when it's something in your business and you don't know how to do it. Baby, I'm trying to tell you, these team members these days, but you better watch it. People be trying to set you up to where they know, you know, if they know something you don't know how to do, they feel like you stuck with them. And I'm like, I ain't the one. I'm gonna learn. I am going to learn. So thankfully I know how to, is this it? Yeah, that's it. Thankfully I know how to set up my whole Shopify store myself, update my products, all that good stuff. This girl done moved my daggone mirrors. Now y'all know I'm not used to nobody else driving my vehicle. I'm sitting here like, why I gotta keep doing all this? She moved my daggone mirrors around. Oh, shorts up. Alright, but I'm almost at this airport. I hope I keep on experiencing good news, meaning I could get all my flights. I gotta get them anyway, but I'm just hoping this quick little 6-minute trip is able to save me a couple of dollars. And when I say a couple, I mean at least like $300-400. That is worth driving, because y'all know I don't like driving. But we gonna see. We gonna see.
Never knew, no, I never knew that you be a freak and a friend too. Yeah, you into everything I'm into. Oh, I got something that I could lend you. Oh, a peace of mind, baby. Come and get a peace of mind. Yeah. Say you gotta work from 3 to 9. Oh, I get you home by a decent time. Wait, your bed, you can sleep in mine. Yeah, let's make it happen, girl. I need some time. Speaking of time,
all right, y'all. So I've been kind of busy over the past day or so with we had our fabric orders, so I had to like process the orders and get them shipped and all that good stuff. So I haven't really given you guys an update on this daggone the airport shenanigans, but I'm gonna tell you guys right after this. Right now, I gotta get on my call because guess what? I gotta get on which one is it? Bible study. And guys, it's funny that this happened. This is one of the things that I mentioned since I've gotten into the whole digital product thing. Guys, it's so many classes and resources that they have in this community. It's ridiculous. So the whole Bible study thing, like when I saw that class, I was like, oh, or not even class, but when I saw that session, I was like, sign me up. This will be my first one. I'm going to get on it now and starts at 12 o'clock. And then as soon as I get off of here, guys, I'm going to tell y'all what happened at the daggone airport. I'm done with, you know what? I'm going to stop listening to people that's on the damn TikTok sometimes. They be having you all over the place. They be having you buying all kinds of stuff. Baby, I should have stayed my black tail home and got the daggone tickets when I initially was going to do so, because I'll tell y'all when I'm done with Bible study.
You have a foundational text, right? You're basing this upon not wishing, but the word. And we know the word is forever settled in heaven.
All right, guys, so Bible study is done. And guys, guess what? I don't know why my head keeps flopping up right there. It was so good. Like, I've never been to Bible study like midday. It's normally at night. And I do my readings in the morning, right? I do my readings early in the morning. But guys, so to go at 12 o'clock, that was a good reset to kind of, I don't know, just kind of reset your thinking and just, I don't know. I can't explain it because I've never done it before, but it was totally amazing. The energy in the room was amazing. The word was amazing. And I'm definitely going back next week. But guys, the main thing, y'all will keep hearing me talk about DBA because I'm just super excited about it. I'm super excited about it. And I found out about this because I joined the community. And there's so much in there, guys. Look at my calendar. Guys, look at this calendar. Like, this is crazy, but this is my real calendar. And it was already kind of crazy, but it got even crazier being a part of this community because they have classes and things like that all the time. Another class that I'm actually going to, they got a Shopify class tonight. I got 2 Shopify stores, so I'm just gonna go to see. Oh, I forgot I had another meeting. They had the same damn time. Dang. Well, I got 2 computers. I have 2 Shopify sites. So I know one thing I want to do is beef up my marketing on my draping site, because we just got our new website, we got new fabric in, so I definitely want to like utilize everything that Shopify has, or if I got to pair it with something, that's what I want to do. So I just want to see what they got to say. But I've been successfully running Shopify for, I don't know, probably about 3 years now. And you can always improve, right? Another class they got is tomorrow. Guys, I'm excited about this one for tomorrow. They having a sales psychology class. I'm trying to tell y'all, everybody that keep talking about they struggling because they ain't making no sales or whatever the case may be, that's because you don't quite understand it. I've always said, because I learned this early on when I was taking marketing, that's the sales process. It is all about psychology, right? It is all about perception, and people is going to pay you what they think you're worth. So you got to understand the psychology, but I ain't even gonna get into all that. But that's a class for tomorrow. I'm just gonna go because I can always broaden my horizons. Another one, girl or guy, whoever watching, they have a credit call. Now, not only did I have a credit business, I told you I was doing everything, child, and I know that business would have taken off, but I didn't have the time. So I'm interested just to hear, just to see. I'm taking advantage of all the resources, because one thing I can sit here and say, the reason why I launched these different businesses is because it was different things that the people I serve, my students, my clients, it was different things that they needed. And I wanted to be able to provide that resource and provide that need. I don't know who the hell told me that I was Superwoman, but I sure found out the hard way that I mean. But the main thing, guys, I got a meeting too with Malcolm. That's tomorrow. I'm gonna have to reschedule that. I love that this kind of community so far, y'all know I'm gonna give you the real deal Holyfield, but I love that this community, it is so diverse. It handles every aspect that you can ever think of, and it's not no one woman running the show. These are experts in their own marketplace that's providing value, that's providing training, that's providing structure, that's providing done for you. That's the key right there. When something's going back and forth on fonts. I don't like that. But anyway, it's not like you have to laughing. It's not like everything is done by one person. It's like so much diversity in this group, and so many people with proven track records to really kind of learn from. And the thing that's beautiful is the done for you. I am loving all of this done for you stuff, child. I gotta shut my computer, because when you go in, it's like you falling down a rabbit hole. I'm trying to tell you, I kid you not, guys. If you're gonna hear me talking about it right now, that's really all I'm doing. I'm not even selling it, but guys, if you're looking and you're interested in getting started, all you got to do is comment below. Just comment the word digital, right? And I'm going to send you my free guide. I'm trying to tell you, it's totally free, meaning everything that you keep hearing me sporadically talk about, you can have it all in one guide. The guide is going to tell you everything. I don't even think to tell you everything, child, because it's so much in this dang program. I'm trying to tell you. And if you want to join, it is ridiculously cheap. I'm trying to tell you. They got volume 1, 2, and 3. Volume 3 didn't even drop yet, y'all. Volume 1 is only $111. Volume 2 is only $222. And guess what? If you get volume 2, you get access to volume 1. Baby, you know your girl when I first did volume 2. That's why I got access to everything. And I'm like, here it is. What is a week and a half later, something like that? Baby, I'm just like, but the day I push myself, I said, the day is your day. Just go live and go talk about it. So the day I'm gonna start marketing it, right? Because it's so much that you can do. It's so exciting. I had wrote my plan out this morning, y'all. Now this is kind of stuff when I'm doing stuff for me, because for me it comes so second nature. Like, I'm really great at this thing when it comes to planning, organizing, mapping out strategy. I'm a beast. And I think I want to start offering that for my audience, right? People that's in my mentorship and that's in my coaching programs, of course they get it. But I think I want to start offering strategy, because people be stuck for no freaking reason. I just sat up here and mapped out this entire freaking strategy, and I think it took me 15 minutes, right? Everything, a lot of the stuff I'm not going to do in here because it ain't even necessary. I'm not doing a full launch like I don't got other businesses to run. This is ridiculous. This is the DBA launch plan that I just created. Now, I'm just a nerd like that. I don't know why I created it, because guys, they give you all of this, like, but this is not, I didn't get this out the program. I got this out of my head of what I wanted to do and getting clear on exactly who I was going to be talking to, because even though it's just digital products, I still am going to be talking to a specific person that I want to help. But here it is, guys. Here it is. This is the plan, right? My messaging, getting clear on who I want to talk to. What is it that I'm actually going to, the results that we're going after, right? How I'm going to promote it. Exactly how I'm going to promote it. The marketing, and just marketing that. Also marketing the digital products that I have. Guys, I'm gonna do a webinar. Boom, there go my webinars. Hyperlink to my webinar. My webinar is already mapped out with the help of ChatGPT. And then I got my guide. Even though they have a guide, guys, I like my own. It's bad for me to do that, but because they give you a guide, right? And the guide that they have is already on my site. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That guide is very detailed, but this guide particular that I'm creating is 5 steps to launching your digital product business without creating anything from scratch, I'm trying to tell you. So from there, from the guide, you need an email sequence, right? There go my email sequence, boom, boom, boom. From that, content strategy. This is how I'm gonna show up on TikTok, boom, boom, boom. This is how I'm gonna navigate and dominate my lane. Social media focus. When I'm on Instagram, this is gonna be my Instagram captions and everything about what I'm doing. YouTube, this is gonna be my YouTube, my entire video. I'm not going to do Pinterest, not for this, but I'm gonna do Pinterest or something else. But my video scripts, that's there. Bam, launching. I'm not even going to do a launch realistically, but if I was, this is the launch plan I would follow. And guys, I'm trying to tell you, these are ways I'm gonna keep people engaged in my community with just different challenges, engagement, and stuff like that. Point blank, period. Turn around. I'm excited. I am so freaking excited, y'all. I swear to God, just talking about it, I'm excited. Now, let me tell you guys a couple of reasons why I'm excited. My primary business, guys, my primary business does very well. I'm not gonna lie. However, with the coaching aspect, the going on tours, the physical classes, the processing of our Shopify products, like, it's a lot. And it's really time consuming, not to mention it ties a lot into not only my time, but it can get a little labor intensive, being on the road, doing the classes. And I just think at this level, I've already had so much success running that business, right? And now that I have my flagship program, which is the draping instructor program, like, I want them to be able to achieve those layers and levels of success with the draping industry, because I'm getting older, y'all, and my desires are changing. I want to travel for a living, right? I want to generate, if not more, I still want to generate millions of dollars, right? Thankfully, I was able to do that with my initial business, but all I'm going to do is transfer those skills, right? I'm going to do the same exact thing, because if I sit here and built the business from zero to, $1.5 million in that little amount of time, and this is a lot easier to push, promote, and also doing something I love doing. Like, I love writing in my planner every day. I love writing in that planner every day. And just right now, I'm creating a new planner. I'm going to do a new planner. Like, this is one thing that has always been a problem for me. I'm not gonna lie, because I get into these like Canva and Photoshop. I get into it. You would think I'm a designer, but I'm not. I be thinking I'm a designer because I just get lost in it. Like, I could play in Canva forever. I could write plans like this, strategize. I could do this all day. And That's another reason why I'm moving towards this where I am now, is because I enjoy it. It comes second nature to me, right? It comes so easy for me to do it. So, and I like it. I love it. I can't explain it. I just love it. Not to mention everything else that it got in there, but it's not labor intensive. I'm ready to go on vacation for 2 weeks, and next week, right? I'll still be able to work from vacation. I'll still be able to work from vacation. I'm trying to tell you. And this is a vacation that my initial business paid for, right? Like, I'm trying to tell you guys, it ain't hard realistically, like how you think it is. It is not. It is not. It is not. And I don't even know why I'm blabbling in my Vlogtober thing about this whole thing. Movement I'm on, but I'm excited about it, y'all. I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh, one thing I want to tell you. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm gonna tell you guys an update. Hold on. All right, so one thing I was doing for my journal, I didn't write in it yet because the day I did get a late start, and I knew I had Bible study at 12, but I'm going to write in it. And one thing I wanted to change was the size. So one thing I noticed was that when it was a big, like, you know, the big paper size, it's fine, but if I'm moving around a lot and it's something I would want to take with me all the time, I changed the size. So I'm still toying around with it, y'all. So now it's not a, 9 by 11, 8 by 11, 8.5 by 11. Now I've made it this size, right? And it's still front and back. But I'm gonna write on it and see if there's enough space, if it's, you know, why does she do that? Bella! So far, it looked perfect. Like, I love the sizing. You know, it looked perfect. And one thing I was realizing as I was journaling every day, when I first started, I had a whole lot to say because I haven't journaled in a very long time. But as I got to like day 4, 5, 6, it was like maybe only a paragraph. With the prompt, me writing on the backside, with the prompt, it wasn't necessary for me to fill up an entire page on every prompt. So I was like, I really don't need all this wasted space. And even on the front, like an affirmation, I was beginning to see that if it was too much space, it was making me think further than I needed to think. At the end of the day, today I'm grateful for, write it out. But if I see all that empty space, it make me feel as if I gotta fill that space up. And then now I'm thinking, I'm overthinking. And y'all know how it is when you overthink, y'all. So I decreased it in size. And so far, I'm liking this a lot better. But I'm gonna go ahead and write in it and just see how it feel, you know, because I got big hands. So I gotta make sure, you know, the proportions are right. But yeah, that's it. So guys, one other thing, did I tell y'all? So I know I was supposed to be telling y'all about this daggone airport stuff, y'all. Baby, I am so frustrated. So I'm not going now to Chicago at all. When we initially was going, guys, when I initially was going, the tickets was like $40, $50. And it was fine, but I didn't secure my ticket then because one, I didn't know when I was going and when I was coming back, because I was also going to do a class in Chicago to provide extra training for the lady one of my students in my program. So long story short, as time was going on, it just was a couple of changes being made, so I wasn't comfortable still getting my flight. So this week it's crunch time. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead. We just gonna go ahead and have the class, right? And again, when we was discussing it, the flights did go up. They like quadrupled, but it was fine because it was fine. And I also was going to support a friend of mine who she was having her conference. But when I did that before I left the house, they was like, I don't know, let's just say 280, something like that. And then when I got to the airport, baby, they was 3 something. And so since I'm like, but I thought she was supposed to say the fees or whatever, blah, blah, blah. She like, she pretty much was like, if you see the prices online cheaper, grab it. In my mind, I'm saying, for one, how the hell would I know it's cheaper than what it is with what you guys have, right? So long story short, I was a little pissed off. Because I wasted my time. Not to mention coming back home. I told y'all I lived 7 minutes max from the airport. Baby, it took me an hour to get home. So yeah, you already know when I came home, I was frustrated, busted and disgusted. I was busted and disgusted. But then I ended up helping my daughter because we had to process our orders and get them shipped out. And we still got to do some more because we got more orders coming in that came in for fabric. But yeah, I was like frustrated. Like, even when I asked her about my Vegas flight, that was like right around the same amount. So I was like, you wanna know what? I just ain't feel like standing there no more. And then when I asked about my Cancun flight, that was higher. I'm like, this, it defeats the purpose of coming in the freaking airport to get your stuff. So needless to say, I ain't gonna be doing that no more, because by the time we went to go get the tickets, guys, them things was like $440. I was like, ain't no way on God's green earth I'm paying $440 to go to Chicago. And then I wasn't going by myself, like that was going too. I was like, nah, that's ridiculous. Like, and then this storm, that makes me feel uncomfortable too, because like, is the storm coming this way? Is we gonna be impacted? What's gonna happen? So I'm like, let me just stay my tail home, and I'm just hoping and praying that it don't impact Cancun's trip. So yeah, cause I leave next week. So I'm like, I don't know, child. I don't know. But anyway, that whole thing, go to this airport. I'm gonna stop listening to people on TikTok, because I get it. They be trying to do this and do that to save coin. But realistically, I lost 2 hours of my day when I should have, not only that, but also a trip. I should have just went on ahead and got them daggone tickets, or had my assistant get them tickets. When I was like, all right, they going up, but forget it. We just gonna still go. I should have just did it then. But that was my fault. And yeah, like people on TikTok, I ain't gonna keep listening to y'all. You gotta go here and then go down the escalator and up the stairs and tell them you dropped your wallet and they gonna let you on a plane for free. Y'all better stop listening to them. Guys, that's all I have. So today, I'm gonna wrap this vlog up for this one. Because I'm kind of falling behind, and I did have a good little leeway. Like maybe 2 days ago. So now I'm starting to fall behind, and I don't want to fall behind. So definitely, I need you guys to like this video. Drop a comment, child. Drop a comment if you got any questions. Also, like I told you guys earlier, if you're looking to start generating passive income, right? If you're looking to replace your 9 to 5, yo, I'm trying to tell y'all, I've been running past digital products for a minute. I just never made a business out of it. I would just sell them to my community because they needed them. But now, like really taking a inside view at what's happening, guys, that digital marketing, digital currency ain't going nowhere. So I need you to get in, right? Especially right now, why it's so affordable. Guys, they're about to raise these prices. They're about to raise, as they should though. I ain't gonna lie, as they should. Volume 3 drops in November. And I think that one like 5 something. I can't remember, but they was talking about it when we was in the meeting. But guys, I'm trying to tell you, main thing is you just need to get in. I'm going to give you my freebie. Now, if you're interested in the freebie, it'll tell you exactly how to join. But at least get the freebie so you'll know when you keep hearing me ramble about the damn stuff that's in this program, you'll be, you'll have more information of exactly everything that's in the program. Because I'm just covering a slither, you know. So definitely just comment down below the word digital, so I could send you my free guide on how to generate passive income with digital products, and you don't have to start from scratch. Guys, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm out. I'll see you on the next video.